Hey guys, this is Kia's Eye View, and there's some things that I don't say out loud. So let me tell you about a time when I ran into a situation where I should have used my better judgment, but instead I got into a position of trying to give good customer service instead of using my better judgment to make a decision based off of being the professional in the seat. So, one time I came into a situation where there was a clearance issue. So I was in Massachusetts, and there was a situation where there was a low clearance, but here's the kicker. There wasn't low clearance or any warnings until I got directly up on the low clearance sign itself. So I had very little time to make a decision to try to prepare myself for it, because entering this specific, it was a parkway, which I shouldn't have been on to begin with, but I wasn't aware of the lower clearance, because entering where I entered, it gave me a clearance of, I believe, something like nothing lower than 11.5, which is, I think, with the bus. Wasn't when I went under the clearance and it gave me, the clearance to go through, everything was fine. I'm driving maybe a mile, 2 miles, no more than that, maybe up to 5, I would say less than 5 miles, and everything was smooth sailing. But then I got to the point where I reached a point where I saw a clearance from afar, but I was already entering where the bridge was. So me being me, I get very anxious, and I wouldn't say very anxious, but a little anxious, to where as though I will gamble with not looking like I am experienced, not looking like I know what I'm doing, because of the pressures of feeling like, people, they choose you as an operator because they want to have someone that knows what they're doing. They want someone dependable, someone that's going to put them and the passengers, whoever's in charge, in a position to be safe and be in the best hands. And I always strive to be the best. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So, that being said, I gambled with making a decision to back up or to move forward in an area where once I reached close up on, the bridge, I realized that it was way too small for me to go through. So I took a chance. I took a little bit of a chance and ended up having to back up. And when I tell you, that was like a tough experience, but it's something that never happened again. It was in my earlier charter days, and it never happened again. But let me tell you about the feeling. I felt like I was making the best decision by backing up. I felt like I caught it. I felt like, okay, you can't go through here. Go ahead and just, back up. Even though it made me feel, I wouldn't use the words like incompetent. That's a little bit strong, but I would say it made me feel inexperienced. And one thing I hate to be, which is why in my past I've always strived to, climb a ladder, to grow, you learn from everything that you go through. What you go through, in my opinion, you grow through. And that means, learning from the experience. You can't go through things and not learn from it. What makes me a great operator is the fact that I'm going to grow through it. There aren't many experiences, or I can count that there aren't any experiences that I will go through twice, because of my managerial experience, because of, I had so many different positions where I had to learn how to teach people things just as well. So when I say that I gambled earlier in the video, I wouldn't say that I gambled. I would say that I would use a different kind of term. I wouldn't say that I gambled, because it's not ever good to try to get yourself in a situation where you can't get out of. I think I was I let the pressures of hearing, you can do this and, that in my ear, from people that, people, you're the professional at the end of the day. That's what you have to always know when you're operating. You're the professional. And I could appreciate now being a couple years in where the teams that I drive, the people that request me, the people that feel so safe in my hands choose me, because I've done nothing but pay attention to every situation and learn to perfect what I do now, just as I have when I used to drive transit, or when I drove paratransit, or when I was a general manager, or anything that I've done in my past. I always strive to be the best. And it's not a joke and it's not a game to be on the road with a vehicle of this size. I mean, a lot of accidents have been happening on the road. I see them every day. I'm on the road every day, because I love traveling. I love traveling the road. I love, getting to see new things. I love being with the groups. I love getting to know people. Some of my groups may think that, I'm a little quiet. And I'm quiet because I'm being professional. And I'm adjusting to reading the bus, knowing when to, to mingle, to learn how to be, in the room, and learn how to be the professional. I mean, I'm always in the room, but at the same time, there are different kind of groups, all different kind of people. I learn from some. Get some from out of the country, get some, is everything from a family reunion, which is, nice and family oriented and friend oriented, and then I'll be a little lucky in that situation. But then you got your professionals where you may have professional sports teams, and you gotta, play the part. You don't want to be video recording them, and I don't video record people and try to cross boundaries. But I have some people that want to be a part of my content, like some of my teams. They are supportive of, me doing what I do. I just like to give some insight, and I also like to say that, being an operator of a big vehicle and being a charter bus driver and being on the road is not always, as stressful as some people may make it seem. You might see some people on the road that may seem like it seems stressful. You get in situations plenty of times and where it's stressful, and I got plenty of stories that I can tell, stories that I will tell you guys about, stressful situations on the bus, and then story times I will tell you guys about, something that, that shaped me to who I am as a person now. My stories can vary. They're going some personal, some, job related, not specific, but over my career of being a bus operator, which is like 10 years, which is I'm very proud of. And most people will look at me and say, it's no way you drove a bus for 10 years, but I have. And what I will say is, if you want to get to know, how hard I've worked to get to where I be, how hard I will work to get to where I want to be, then stick with me, subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop some comments, show me that you want to see more of Kia in real time. You want to see more of it from Kia's eyes view, and you want to see how the behind the scenes, it's I'll go to plenty of games. I have access to plenty of different things. I go to everywhere from dinners on yacht boats to, amusement parks, to all the sports, games, and just get to enjoy so many walks of life, so many different kind of great people that speak different languages, people that, from all different walks of life. And it is a nice ride, and I will say that it is a great experience. And if, you want to rock with me, keep rocking with me. Now, to sum up this story, like I was saying before, I got out of the situation safely and sound. My group was fine. I was fine. Everybody else on the road was fine. We made it to our destination, and it was all good. So to conclude this video and to sum it up, Now just go ahead and like, comment, drop comments, and subscribe to my channel. That's my view from Kia's eyes. And stay tuned for the next video. Story time is going to turn up. And I'm going to have plenty of stories for you guys, plenty of insight for you guys, and plenty of life experiences and life stories that shape me. And I'm just going to tell my story, and I hope you guys rock with me. With all that being said, peace.